Hi, it's Grandpa from Grammy and Grandpa Read. And now that Thanksgiving's over, we thought we'd start having some Christmas books. So this one is called The Star Leads Us to Him, written by Merrilee Boyack and illustrated by Jeff Harvey. And I haven't even read this one. It's imprinted by Cedar Fort Ink. It'll look like a fun one. It was Christmas Day. All the presents had been opened, lots of yummy food had been eaten, and the Brown family was feeling grateful for their wonderful blessings. "What can we do now?" asked little Linnea. "Let's do something to help others. That would be fun," her brother Gregory replied. The whole family began to eagerly think of what they could do together. "I have an idea," exclaimed Holly. She ran to her bedroom and brought back a large golden paper star. "This has been on my wall all month. Let's do something for somebody else and write it on the back. Then we can send it to Parker in Brazil, and he can do something for someone and send it on to someone else. Let's see how far it will go." The family was excited. "Let's go shovel everyone's sidewalks," suggested Daddy. Everyone agreed, and they quickly bundled up in their warm jackets and fuzzy gloves and hats. Away they went, up and down the neighborhood, shoveling the sidewalks. They laughed and sang songs and enjoyed spending time together while helping others. When they got home, Holly wrote on the back of the star, "Shoveled snow in our neighborhood. The Brown family, USA." Her mother helped her carefully fold the star and put it in an envelope with a note explaining what to do the next day. They mailed it to their brother, Parker, who was serving a mission in Brazil. In Brazil, Elder Brown excitedly opened the big envelope. "What is this?" he wondered. He read the note and unfolded the yellow star. "What should we do?" he asked his missionary companion. "I know," he said. "Let's go give out smiles." Off they went down the street, smiling big smiles at everyone. Soon their entire street was smiling and happy. They went back to their apartment and wrote on the back of the star, "Gave lots of smiles, Elder Brown and Elder Couvray, Brazil." "Why don't we send it to my family in France?" suggested Elder Couvray. They sent off the envelope with an extra note written in French. The Couvray family got the envelope several weeks later. They decided they would make sweet treats and take them to all their elderly neighbors. They carefully wrote on the back of the star, "Gave treats to the elderly, Couvray family, France," and mailed it to their cousins who lived in Australia. Little Juliet Williams opened the big brown envelope. She was so excited. Her family made a beautiful red and yellow quilt. They took it to the homeless shelter and gave it to a family there. Olivia quickly wrote on the back of the star, "Made a quilt for the homeless, Williams family, Australia," and mailed it to her sister, who was serving a mission in Canada. "You have a letter," Sister Williams unfolded the star and read the note. "This is incredible," she said. The sister missionaries decided they would clean the home of the Clark family. Mrs. Clark had been very sick. They cleaned and cleaned until the house sparkled. They happily wrote on the back of the star, "Cleaned a home, Sister Williams and Sister Wynn, Canada." Then they sent the star to Sister Wynn's family in Vietnam. Brother Wynn read the note that Sister Wynn had written in Vietnamese. He and his wife were enthusiastic to do something too. "But what could they do?" said Brother Wynn sadly. "We have no money." "We can read to the children," replied his smiling wife. They went to the orphanage every day for a week and read stories to the children. They loved it so much, they kept doing it, even after the week was over. They wrote, "Read books to the orphans, Wynn family, Vietnam." They carefully mailed it to Brother Wynn's former missionary companion in Honduras. Jose Martinez opened the envelope from Vietnam. He read the note to his young grandson, Santiago. Santiago jumped up and down. I know, he exclaimed. "We can make tamales and take them to the abuelas." "Yes, grandmothers would love them," said Jose. The next day, they took the warm tamales they had made to all the grandmothers in the neighborhood. Santiago wrote on the back of the star, "Took tamales to the abuelas. Santiago and Jose Martinez, Honduras." Then he mailed the star to his pen pal in Nigeria. On and on the star went. All over the world, each person wrote on the back of the star what service they did and where they were from. Finally, it was Christmas time again. "We need to mail this back to Holly in the United States, where it began," said Jenny Kelly in Ireland. After she read Holly's note, she mailed the star back to Holly the next day. Holly saw the big envelope on the table when she came home. "I think your star has come back home," said her mother. Holly opened the envelope and gently unfolded the star. "Oh my," she exclaimed, "look at all the countries: Canada, Australia, Russia, France, Honduras, Panama, Nigeria, on and on. I can't believe it." Her mother smiled. "And look at all the wonderful acts of service. It's incredible." That night, Holly put the star on the top of the Christmas tree. The whole family marveled at what had happened. Christmas morning came, and Holly's mother handed her present. "Here, Holly, we got this for you. Go ahead and open it." Inside the box was a fancy picture frame with the gold star framed inside. Holly could read all the notes and the acts of service. At the bottom was a small brass plate that read, "The star leads us to him, Matthew 25:40. Holly looked at her mom. "What does that verse say?" Her mother opened her Bible and read, and the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me." Her daddy explained, "See, you have helped all these people all over the world do acts of kindness and service, and every one of them is just like doing it for Jesus. They have followed your star of Jesus, just like the wise man followed the star to find him." Holly looked in the box again and pulled out a big envelope. Inside was a large golden yellow star. Printed on the front were the words, "The star leads us to him." "What's this?" she asked. Her mother patted her head. "That is so you can do it again. Want to start today?" Holly jumped up and down and clapped her hands with excitement. "I love doing kind things," she said. "Each time I do, I feel closer to Jesus. Now I can give presents to him too." Holly was happy that her star had led her to Jesus. What a great story. Do you guys do acts of service for your friends, your neighbors, your teachers, your friends? I hope you do. Grammy and Grandpa started this channel kind of with the same thought in process, that we could read to our grandchildren initially, but then we decided to open up to the public so that all the kids all over the world could listen to these stories for free and maybe learn how to read or listen to them as they go to bedtime or to share them with their friends. Those things are all what Grammy and Grandpa intended when we started this channel. Hope that you like our videos and subscribe and tell your friends. And remember to watch the playlist for Christmas.